Today we'll be checking out our updated plugin for the multi-vendor marketplace with the Magento 2. That's the multi-vendor marketplace RMA plugin that basically allows the customers to raise the process of returning a product in order to receive refund, replacement, or cancel the order within the stipulated time period set by the marketplace admin. And while the marketplace vendor is satisfied for the request generated by the customers, the vendor can then make a replacement of the product or can make a refund as required. So I'll just take you through the workflow of this particular plugin at the customer's end, and then how the vendors can help the customers with the RMA request, how they can check the request, and the rest of the initial configurations at the marketplace admin's end. This works for the registered users as well as for the guest users. So the guest users can access it through the RMA returns link in the footer, as you can see at the bottom of this particular section. And you can see that I'm right now logged into my customer account, and the customers can raise a request for the RMA by going to your customer account and navigating to the RMA section. So if I just tap here on the RMA, the customer can find the customer RMA panel, as you can see, along with the complete list of orders that the customers have placed. And from here they can basically check all of the RMAs they have requested for. So this is the complete list of the RMAs that the customers have requested for. And to request a new one, they'll have to tap here on the request new RMA. So I'll just show you the customer's flow and then the vendor's flow, and lastly we'll be seeing the initial configurations required for this one. And before proceeding further, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the latest updates. Apart from that, if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. Now, for example, the customer proceeds further. I'll have a product like the gray t-shirt. I want to place an order for that. So let me add it to the cart, and then I'll be showing you the process of the generation of the RMA at the customer's end. So I've added the product to the cart. Now I'm making a checkout thereafter. I'll choose my shipping method and I'll be tapping the next. Lastly, I'll be agreeing to the terms and conditions and we'll be placing the order thereafter. Now maybe I found this product somewhere cheaper, so after I've placed the order, the customer has the option to generate the RMA within the stipulated time that the admin has set up. Now there are two things. If the order has been placed at that time, if you want to generate an RMA, you can only cancel the order. But if the invoice is being generated at that time, you can ask for a refund or a return as well. So I'll just show you that. So right now you can see that I've just placed the order, and here's the customer's account. Now let me go to the RMA section. The order number is 15. Let's go to the RMA section. Now the customer will find the complete list of RMAs that he has already generated within this particular list. And to generate a new one, just tap here on the request new RMA. So here we are on the new request RMA page. Now for the orders here, we'll have to select our order. This is our order number 15 for $128. I have to select that. Now after selecting that, we have the select resolution. So here you can see that right now I have the cancel items option only, because the invoice of this particular order has not yet been generated. When the invoice is generated, that means that the amount is transferred to the seller. At that time we'll have the option to make a refund or a return. So after choosing your resolution, you'll have the complete list of items within the order. Then you'll have to choose the ones that you want to cancel out. You can select them up. You'll have to choose the quantity. From the drop downs, you can choose the reason. Now these reasons are being created by the marketplace admin himself. So for example, if I choose it, I found it much cheaper somewhere else, and if I want, I can also add some info. I can add some demo additional info for the seller to check, and then we can choose the order status, whether it's delivered or not. So if it's delivered already to the customer, then that means that the shipment would also be generated initially. So this is how we can cancel the order if or we can generate the return request return merchandise request by the customer. As soon as he has placed the order, he can go and he can cancel it out as required. Now let's go to the my order history there for the vendor, and this is our order. Let's generate the invoice for the same. So I'll just be giving a small overview of this. For more detailed information, you can anytime check our blog that I've attached within the description of this particular video, along with the live demo as well. So I've just tapped here, I've generated the invoice for my order number 15, as you can see. So the invoice has been generated, as you can see, for the gray t-shirt. Now if I go to the RMA section of the customer, now after, for example, the payment has been made now, and I want to generate RMA request. So I'll just choose the order number 15. Now under the select resolution, you can see we have two different options. One is the refund, the other one is the replace. So we can choose a replace option as well. We can check the product within our order that we had ordered. We can select the quantity. We can choose the reason from the list there. We can add images or additional info, and we can also choose the order status, whether it's being delivered or not. You can also go for a refund request. So if you choose a refund, you'll have to choose the item within the order, select its quantity, the reason. So for example, if we'll go for a refund, I found it much cheaper somewhere else. I need refund for the product ordered. Okay, and I can choose it's yet not delivered, and I can tap the submit request button thereafter. Now in the meantime, if I go ahead and I go to my order history for the same order, I go to the view order, and for example, the vendor hasn't generated the shipment as well. So let's generate the shipment, and now we'll be having the shipment tab as well next to the invoice tab that we have. So let's generate the shipment. So the shipments have been generated. Now let's go back to the RMA section, and now let's create a proper RMA. So I'll just tap here in the request RMA, order select, resolution as refund. I need to select the product, the quantity, the reason. I'll just go for the refund is requested. I can choose that it's delivered. If it's delivered, then I'll have to enter the consignment number for the same, and I'll just tap here in the submit request thereafter. So as soon as I've submitted the request, you can see a new RMA has been generated, and at the same time a mail is also sent out for the same, and another RMA here. You can see RMA ID for 10 along with the creation date, the order reference number, the RMA status is pending, and we have the view and cancel option for the same. So the customer has generated the RMA. Now we can waive that up as well, or we can cancel this particular RMA by just tapping here the cancel button. After tapping on the view button, we can print the RMA, check the date, the order ID, the RMA status is pending, the order status is delivered right now, the consignment number is this, the resolution type is refund, and this is the additional information that I had entered. Refund is requested. The refund amount is $123. Now the customer can close the RMA after he has received the amount there, or if he's going to replace the items when he receives that particular item, at that time he can mark this option and then tap save to close the particular RMA. So the items requested for the RMA is the gray t-shirt that we had purchased, and the reason was that I found it much cheaper somewhere else. You can also enter the messages and can send out to the respective vendor directly. So for example, please process my refund. Okay, and you can tap here on the send message. So I'll just show you at the vendor's end where exactly this particular message gets visible to the vendor. So right now we haven't marked it as solved. Now let's go to the vendor's end. So here we are on the vendor end, and here we have the Marketplace RMA, and the Marketplace vendor can find the complete list of RMAs generated for his product. So here's the RMA ID number 10, the order 15, customer name Marido, the status for the same is pending right now. Under the actions column, the vendor will tap on the view button. The same details are visible here: the order ID, the resolution type, the additional info, and from here the Marketplace vendor can change the RMA status as well. So for example, if it's what we say as the return, then whenever the a vendor receives the package, at that time he can choose whether the package has been received or has not been received, or he wants to decline the RMA status there. It depends upon that. Now if I scroll down here, you can find the conversation from the customer. Please refund my process. Please process my refund, and here's the item requested for the RMA itself, the product name, SKU, price, quantity, and the reason as well. Now, if the vendor wants to refund the amount after receiving the package there, after receiving the package, he'll just choose this as received package, and from here he can refund the full amount, or can go for a partial amount as well. So for full amount, he'll have to select full amount, so he'll have to pay $246. And if he wants to return the item stock back, then he'll have to take this option as well. Now after this, he can tap here on the refund offline button, and the RMA would then be closed down. In the case if you're just going for the resolution type, that's the refund one. Now the same goes for the other one, that's for the return. In that case, the customer needs to send back that particular package to the vendor, and I'll be showing you that up in the next video. So for now, I'll just show you the refund thing that we have. So for the cancel one and for the return, I'll just create one more video, and I'll be attaching to this particular video's playlist. So I'll be putting that up in the same. So after selecting and choosing the ones, you can first send back a message, okay, processing the refund, and you can send a message back to the customer. So that's how you can do a customer and a vendor conversation as well under the conversation section here. So this is the seller's end, and we'll return the stock. We are refunding the full amount, and I can set this as received package, and we can tap here on the save button. So that basically saves the received package section here. And now I'll just do this, and now I'll be tapping here in the refund offline button, and that will just generate one listing for the amount that we have refunded. So it's just processing this up, and after this I'll just take you to the customers end to show you how the customers can view this particular section. So the RMA status right now is processing, as you can see, but now after we have what do we say as we have refunded the amount, that is $123, because it was for the refund. The change RMA status has gone to the RMA solved, because we have made the refund there to the customer. And now you can see the RMA status here is solved, and the order status says as delivered, because the particular order that was delivered to the customer for this particular consignment number was received by the vendor, and thereafter he just made the payment in an offline mode. Now coming to the customers end, let's go to the RMA section, and here we'll have to go to that particular one, the order number 15. It's solved. Let's view the particular RMA. It's solved. The order status was delivered to the customer, the consignment number. The refundable amount was 123. The refund amount is $123, and now to close the RMA, the customer surely needs to check this option for the please agree to mark it as solved. Only after that would the RMA be closed down. And here you can see that this was what the customer had sent in, please process my refund, and this one is the okay processing the refund from the seller itself. And if you want, you can enter a message from the customer's end marking it as solved, thanks, and I'll send the message first, then we'll go up and we'll close down the RMA as well. So I'll just check this out. I'll just tap here on the save button, and the RMA will be saved. So you can see it's all right now, and the close RMA says it's RMA is solved right now, and this is the last message sent out to the vendor. Now if I go back to the vendor end and go to the Marketplace RMA section, here we'll go to the same order reference, that's the order number 15. So let's tap here in the view link under the actions column, and we can see that we have the customer's message marking it as solved and thanks. So that's how it's easy to set up the return merchandise authorization within your marketplace store for your registered customers as well as for your guest users. So in the coming video, I'll just make sure to show you how the guests can do so, how they can make use of the order ID and their email address to access the RMA, how they can go for the RMA, and the two more things, that is the return and the cancellation of the orders as well. So I'll just complete that up in the next video for this particular plugin. So that was much for today, and I hope it helped you out. If you still have any questions, queries, suggestions, then kindly do reach back to us at support@webkul.com. Create a ticket at webkul.uvdesk.com. Contact us through webkul.com/contacts. And if you find this particular video, then kindly do give it a thumbs up. And lastly, thanks for watching this particular video, and have a great day ahead.